In this video, I'm going to help you to identify which speech sounds to work on with your child. Hi, I'm Jane from Talking Made Easy. I'm a qualified speech and language pathologist, and today I'm going to be looking at how to select a speech sound target when it comes to working on speech sound development. We will look at the factors to consider when choosing sounds to work on, starting with the importance of assessment, then moving to age norms to consider, and finally we will categorise the sounds. By the end of the video, you will have a clear starting point for your at-home speech practice so that you can see your child's speech clarity improving today. For many children experiencing challenges with their speech clarity, it is not just one sound that is the cause of their unclear speech, but many are involved. So how do you know where to start when it comes to working on speech sounds? The first step is to complete an assessment of their sounds. Assessment is absolutely critical to the entire speech development process, as this is what gives us the ability to create a clear pathway for speech sound development. It lets us know that every single sound target is appropriate and necessary for your child's improved clarity. Now, the downfall of this aspect of the process is that it can be expensive to get an assessment done, or wait times can be long if you're going publicly. If you would like to get started on the process of assessment today, click the link in the description below to be taken to my page where you will find my courses as well as a link to my free speech assessment. This will give you all the information you need to create a clear blueprint for the speech sounds that your child needs to practice in order to gain ultimate clarity. It is a super simple and fun process to complete. Once you've completed the assessment and identified your child's sounds to work on, then it is time to decide which ones to start with. Now, there are two things to think about here: age norms and then looking at your child's current ability. So age norms are not the be-all and end-all when it comes to sound target selection. However, they are very helpful to know, as identifying whether a sound that you're planning to target is anywhere near your child's expected age and stage of development helps to create a program that is suitable and achievable for your little person. So if you are working with a 3-year-old, then you would not want to start with the R sound, as that is a late developing sound and can take up to 8 years for a child to acquire. So depending on the age of the child you are working with, age norms in many cases let you put a whole series of sounds aside, supporting the process of elimination to identify your starting point for speech sound practice. The final step when it comes to sound selection is to look at your child's current ability and to categorize their sounds into 3 categories: sounds that they have mastered, sounds to work on, and sounds that are not yet available. Now, if you use my assessment tool, you will find that the sounds are presented to you in these categories, so the sorting is done for you. The sounds that they have mastered need no further support, so they can be put aside. The sounds that are not yet available are ones that they are finding really tricky, and unless you feel strongly that they need one of those sounds as soon as possible, and the age norm suggests that they should have the sound, then I would put these sounds aside to begin with and focus on something a little bit easier and that they are more likely to have success with. And this leaves the sounds to work on section. Now, these are the sounds that your child has the ability to produce but is not using consistently. So this would be the list that I would recommend that you focus on with your child. They have the ability to create all of these sounds, so any one of them is able to be worked on. If there is a sound on this list that you think would be particularly motivating for your child, then that would be a great sound target to choose. If you are not sure, then simply start with the first sound on the list and work your way through methodically. For a structured approach to working on your sound target, take a look at the next video, which will guide you through how to practice a new speech sound. And most importantly, have fun and happy chatting.